What is up, guys? Nick Hernandez back here with another episode of NHTV. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Nexus 6P, and I'm going to tell you why it is the best Android smartphone on the market right now and why it's one of the best smartphones on the market, period. So without further ado, sit back and relax and enjoy my Nexus 6P review. The design is all in the name of the 6P, which stands for premium. The 6P is constructed with a premium aeronautical grade aluminum with chamfered edges and Corning Gorilla Glass 4. It has a slight curve to the back, sloping towards the edges, and feels nice in the hand thanks to the cool to feel touch. It's also very lightweight for its size, but a little on the heavy side. Don't be too fooled though, since this is a big phone and it's harder to handle with one-handed use. On the right side of the device, we have a power button that is textured and the volume rocker. Both have a nice tactile feel to them and feel premium. On the left side, we have a SIM tray that supports a nano SIM card. On the top, there is a 3.5mm headphone jack, and on the bottom, there is a USB Type-C connector that supports fast charging. The front of the device features a 5.7-inch Quad HD AMOLED display, which means that it has a 2K resolution or 2560 by 1440. This display is rich in detail with over 500 ppi. For the most part, it is hard to see a difference between 2K displays and 1080p displays at this screen size, but the difference is there for those who are looking for it. Colors are vibrant and blacks are deep, thanks to the AMOLED display. Whites could be better since they have a creamy look to them, but it is not much of a big deal. The quality of the display is not much of a surprise since it is made by Samsung, which is a leader in display technology for smartphones, tablets, and TVs. The front-firing dual stereo speakers are present as well, and they are a treat to have on this phone. It is disappointing that most flagship smartphones don't have front-firing speakers. The sound in the 6P is loud and crisp, and is comparable to the boom sound speakers that are found in HTC's lineup. Just take a listen. Moving on to the rear of the device, we see a 12.3 megapixel Sony sensor camera with laser autofocus, dual LED flash, and a 1.55 micron pixel size. The front-firing camera is an 8 megapixel camera and is above average to great in terms of quality. The camera interface has a simple point-and-shoot navigation that is similar to the 5X and comes with features like panorama, photosphere, and lens blur. It doesn't have any manual controls, but that's okay. The camera is able to shoot 4K video at up to 240 frames per second in 720p for slow-mo video. Much like on the 5X, this camera is simply amazing. It amazes me every time when I take a photo, and it's a great photo on the very first try. Colors are nice and vibrant, there's always plenty of detail, and HDR just does enough post-processing. Low-light photography is very good as well, and video quality is very good, if not a little shaky, but it is forgivable when you take such great photos. I would compare this camera to the likes of the iPhone 6s and the Samsung Galaxy S6. Underneath the camera is a fingerprint scanner, which Google calls Nexus Imprint. It's very fast and reliable and takes only about 600 milliseconds to recognize. It's similar to the 5X, but it is a little bit smaller in size when compared side by side. For such a big phone, it is a little bit of a disappointment that it's a little bit smaller since my finger doesn't always rest on it accurately, which causes some misreads. I would say that it's very good in quality though, and when I do get my finger on it, it does work the first time without any misreads. One cool feature about this fingerprint scanner is that you can use it to unlock the device when it is turned off, and you can use it for things like Android Pay, which is for mobile payments. The 6P is powered by a Snapdragon 810 processor with 3GB of RAM and an Adreno 430 GPU. This chipset is an octa-core processor that has 4 cores clocked in at 1.55 GHz for lower tasks, and 4 cores clocked in at 2.0 GHz for more extensive tasks. I have to say that the performance on the 6P is one of the best in the industry. Every task is buttery smooth, and I rarely have found an instance where the phone slows down or heats up. I am also a type of person to not clear out my recent apps, and this phone still opens and closes apps with a breeze. I am really impressed with the performance of this phone, which matches the fluidity of the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus. Games run really smooth as well, with little to no drop in frame rates, and even though I didn't play very extensive games in this review, I would say that the games would run just as smoothly on the Nexus 6P. The 6P is running on Marshmallow 6.0.1, and there are many new optimizations on the table that allow for this phone to perform flawlessly. Android Pay is a new feature that allows you to pay for goods and services similar to Google Wallet at NFC terminals, but allows for the use of the Fingerprint Scanner. Google Now on Tap takes a screenshot of your screen and tries to give you relevant information in the use of a Google search or Instagram or social media posts to give you more relevant information on some of the stuff that is on your screen. Another cool feature of Marshmallow is app permissions, which basically allows certain apps to use certain features on your phone. For example, if I wanted to limit Facebook of using my camera, I could do that in my app permissions. Or if I wanted to permit Instagram from looking at my contacts, I can do that as well in the app permissions section in the settings. Doze is also a new feature on Marshmallow and basically helps prolong your battery life by optimizing apps to put them in a standby mode when you're not using them for a long period of time. Think of your phone as taking a nap in order to preserve its energy. It's a very good feature, and over a 3-hour period, I was able to lose only about 5% of battery life when Doze was activated. It's one of my favorite features of Marshmallow and a very good feature for future phones that are getting the 6.0 update. Speaking of battery life, the 6P comes with a 3450 mAh battery with up to 440 hours of standby time or 23 hours of talk time. So, how does the battery life hold with the 2K display and power-hungry Snapdragon 810 processor? Well, it's really good, which is a sign of relief. I have zero problems getting through the day with heavy usage and can have the phone go up to a day and a half before needing a recharge. My usual screen on time is about 4 to 4.5 hours, and if for some reason I need to charge the phone, I can get up to 50% battery within the hour thanks to fast charging technology. This phone is equipped with either 32, 64, or 128 gigabytes of storage and costs $499, $549, or $649. I like that Google went with a base of 32 gigabytes, which should be standard for most flagship smartphones, or at least 16 gigabytes with micro SD card support, which does not come standard on the Nexus 6P. So you only get the memory that's available on the phone or in the cloud. There is also a protection package that you can buy from Google called Nexus Protect, which basically costs $90 and adds a year of manufacturer warranty to your Nexus 6P phone. The 6P was originally offered in 3 different colors, but after announcement today at CES 2016 by Huawei, it is now offered in 4 different colors: aluminum, graphite, frost white, or matte gold. I was going to get the frost white version, but opted for the aluminum version because of the metallic finish. The 6P is an unlocked phone and works with most major carriers, but take a look and see if this phone would work on your carrier based on the network specifications. The Nexus 6P is an outstanding phone and is a strong follow-up to the Motorola Nexus 6 of last year. The screen, performance, camera, battery life, fingerprint scanner, front-firing speakers, and software are all strong points of this phone. If you don't believe me, buy one for yourself and try it out. You won't regret it. I recommend this as a must-have buy if you're looking for a new phone and love stock Android. I also recommend it to those that want to try Android for the first time. I'll even go as far as to recommend it to anyone looking for a new phone. It is that good of a phone, and I would say that this is the best phone out there right now. Thanks again, guys. I hope you have had a great New Year's, and I'll see you in the next one.